Conservation biology is arguably the most important issue of the current day. Biodiversity provides many of the world's resources, without which we lost. We are currently experiencing a mass extinction event, which makes saving threatened species even more important. But is it possible to save these species, and are we willing to make sacrifices to do this? Recovery plans are the most common and most funded form of conservation in Australia. A recovery plan is a document describing a current status, threats, and management strategies for increasing endangered species population size. Traditionally, single species recovery plans are used, but there has been a recent push towards multi-species and landscape recovery plans. Many countries have a form of an endangered species list, which lists species in need of a recovery plan. It is of great importance to have these conservation activists to help save species, but there are many pros and cons of recovery plans. The main point of a recovery plan is to maintain or increase the status of endangered species. This has been successful for some species due to successful recovery actions. These actions have saved some species that were on the edge of extinction, such as the eastern barred bandicoot. However, there are still many things wrong with recovery plans. The main criticism is that recovery plans lack structure and hard to assess if they are successful. This may be due to recovery plans being ineffective in the short term. Another factor is that there's no standardization of recovery plan, and many have no measurable criteria for success. The definition of recovery itself is not globally defined for biology, and it's hard for stakeholders to agree if these projects are successful. Another issue is the lack of knowledge of these endangered species. Many recovery plans are undertaken with a lack of monitoring of species and their threats, which can have a major effect on management strategies. In fact, according to literature written by Bottrill for Australia Science in 2011, 40% of species with improving statuses are just due to increasing survey effort rather than the recovery plan itself. The main issue with recovery plans is, according to many reports such as evaluating threatened species recovery planning in Australia in 2011, there is no difference in the likelihood of recovery for species with or without recovery plans. The main explanation for this result are that species with plans have higher threatened status than those without, or, more likely, it is due to the inadequacy of outcome data for recovery plans. The main suggested solution for these problems are to make a framework recovery plan that can be used for international level, but also have to allow for species-specific information to be added. A guideline needs to be created and more monitoring needs to occur so the plan can be evaluated. Westwood, Redlin, Hedgeholt and Keith 2013 suggest that species recovery plan should be treated like recovery in medicine. In medicine, a patient is identified at risk, is treated with intent of returning to health, not only ensuring they do not perish. Many studies suggest different frameworks for recovery plans, and they should all be considered to find out what works best. Most of these frameworks emphasize on the need of more monitoring for species and more measurable criteria for success. The lack of funding is a major issue, and many species that need recovery plans do not have one, especially plants, fish, and invertebrates. While recovery planning can help species that are threatened, there are many issues that need to be resolved so that species can have the best chance of survival. The focus now should be improved monitoring and creating a frame for recovery plans. However, in the meantime, it's important to keep up conservative efforts to help save endangered species.